I think Avatar Fire and Ash is even more brutal than it is letting on. In anticipation for this movie, I have glued myself to the screen and examined every pixel and every frame in this trailer. And I think Avatar Fire and Ash has everything it needs to live up to our expectations by becoming one of the best movies ever made and making $1 billion in the box office. What the hell is going on in this trailer? Well, that's what we are going to find out here in this video today. We are being introduced to a new faction of the Na'vi, two in particular, the Win Na'vi, who are called the Lalim traders or the Talim traders. I know I'm butchering these pronunciations. You can correct me in the comments. And then you have the Ash Na'vi, another fact that lives in a volcanic biome. Let's go over the trailer together, shall we? I've seen some promising shots in here, and some of them have caught my attention. Let's start with the obvious here. The main antagonist of this movie, the Ash Na'vi. They are going to be the central antagonist in this movie for a while. I'll tell you about that later down the line in the video. Now, who the hell are they? And what do they want? They are led by this chick over here, Varang. I can't lie, y'all. She looks fine as hell. She looks very impressive. She looks strong. This faction of the Na'vi opposes the spirituality of the rest of the Na'vi. They've somehow managed to adapt to a very extreme environment. They live and breathe that environment. They are one with that environment. Now we also get some shots of Miles walking into the unknown territory, most likely the tribe of the Ash Na'vi. I believe this movie has a deeper story to it than it is letting on. Let me break it down. I don't think the Ash Na'vi will be the true villains in this story. Now don't leave. Let me explain. What we see from the trailer is that it's not going to be solely just about revenge. We're going to find out that not all Navis are good. That's alright. This is going to destabilize every theme in this story that we know of so far in the story. And it's going to turn its head over. Miles still despises Jake and Neytiri because he thinks that they took Spider, his son, away from him. But he doesn't see that his actions pushed the boy away. He thinks to himself, how can I exact my revenge on these people? Then the idea pops into his head like a light bulb being turned on. I'm going to pull a Jake Sully. He's going to pull a Jake Sully, or he's going to surrender himself to the Ash Na'vi. And now the trailer has already hinted at this. He's going to team up with them. He's going to team up with the Ash Na'vi and help them conquer the rest of Pandora. And the Na'vi who don't stand with their ideals, and in turn they help him get back his son. They are going to exchange information and techniques. He's going to learn their ways and secrets in order to exact his revenge. Now, if this is not hitting at its finest, I don't know what is. In order to conquer your enemies, you surrender to the enemy of your enemy. Basically, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's perfect. The Ash Na'vi is going to be depicted as a very dangerous sect of the Na'vi. They don't agree with spirituality like the rest of the Na'vi. They don't believe in the mother tree. They hate them. I believe that they are conquerors, and they probably subscribe to that mentality of the strong versus the weak. The strong prey on the weak. Only the strong survive. The weak can go fuck off. They can die for all they care. They live for the hunt and the fight. I believe that the Air Navy are going to get destroyed by the Ash Navy in the first act. Now I know we've seen them in the trailer. You might think that they have a bigger role in this movie, but I don't think they will have a bigger role. Their presence in this movie will probably be insignificant. Furthermore, they will become canon fodder to show us that the ruthlessness of the Navy is real. Now, what about Jake Sully and his family, you ask? Well, it's simple. They are still grieving. They are in their lowest point, and that is the beginning to break the family apart. This makes it easy for them to be picked off one at a time. Now, Neytiri at this point, she's still grieving, okay? And she's still plotting her revenge against Miles. And in her quest for revenge, she gets separated from the family. But that's a dick move on her part because now they are weak since she's the strongest one in the group and now she's gone. And yes, I do believe that she's the strongest. You deal with it, take it up with God. That's how the enemy gets her kids. That's how they all get separated. Her kids get captured. And now she's scurrying around to regroup and to fight to get back her kids. A war breaks out. All this will still take place in the second half of this movie. Finally, in the third act, when all this is taking place and everyone will be in their weakest point, guess who is going to be in the sidelines laughing and plotting? You guessed it, Miles. He's going to backstab them, y'all. He's going to backstab the Ash Navy. They didn't see the shit coming now, did they? How could they? They were blinded by ambition. Now they are cooked with nowhere else to hide. Because why? Miles knows all their secrets. They taught it to him foolishly. It's too late now, y'all. It's too late. Now, finally, they realize this. And the only thing that the human beings cared about are for themselves and acquiring and exploiting resources to expand their empire. How could they have expected better from such humans? That's what they were asking themselves at this point in the movie. Pathetic. They should have seen it coming. Now, finally, they realize who their ops are. The only way to save themselves and their species is to fight against this human oppression, to get them off Pandora or annihilate them once and for all. Then the fighting against humans, I believe, will return to being the focal point of this story. This is how I think this movie should be, y'all. If they truly want to make the fans happy, this is how this movie should be. This movie will probably make $1 billion if they follow this script word for word. Well, that's enough rant from me today. See you guys next time. Peace.